Okay, so we're whizzing through these tasks really. So this is task 5, and task 5 is about graphs and charts, and it's very, very straightforward. And they're talking about having a pie, a bar, and a line graph. And for a pass, we need to have two different types of charts, and obviously we're trying to get a distinction, so we need to think carefully about the type of chart that will be best to show the information required, etc. So that's what we're asked to do. And so let's have a look at the first one here. It says one type of chart to show the numbers of each range sold in year 1. And all of these charts are actually using the summary table. So let's have a look at my summary table. Now, some of you have done a separate summary, others have put the summary at the bottom. It doesn't really matter. So here's my back to my summary table. So it should be very straightforward to draw a chart from here. So let's just remind ourselves each range sold in year 1. So that is just extremely straightforward. So year 1 is 2008 for us. So that's just highlighting this bit here. And if I just get my graph toolbar up to show you where I'm going to click, and that's probably going to be under insert, and there's a nice column chart. Choose the first one. Let's see now whether I can fit these in to show you. So we don't want 2008 written there. Obviously we need to format the chart because you're trying to get a distinction, so it's got to be pretty good. So instead of 2008, you're going to have to put something like items sold in 2008 or something like that, and then we need to give ourselves proper y-axis titles here because we haven't got that. So let's just see how we go about adding one of those in the chart. So maybe that's under something like design probably. I don't want to change it. Oh, there we go. Axes, titles, chart title we've got. So axes title is I want to have a vertical axis, which is my y-axis, and it says a vertical text because, or a rotated title. I'm going to choose rotated title because then it will write it like this. So let's just double click here. So this is items sold. Okay, that's quite good, and so we're getting a slightly more meaningful chart. And if I just let's just minimize this so more of the chart fits on. And the other thing that you can do if you're really kind of clever, you can sort of click on one of the bars here and format that data point. And you can format it and you can say things like, actually, well, the fill color on that I want to make into sort of a, you know, a red color, or, you know, like because it's selling like hotcakes or something. So you could do that if you wanted, and then, you know, have a cool blue for the ones that didn't sell as much. Okay, so that's our one chart done, and obviously you can have another sheet where you put all these charts. Actually, let's just do that. Let me just insert a work. Oh, don't have to insert a worksheet that way. We just go to the end of the worksheets all the way here, and there's my insert new worksheet. And this one, I'll just rename this as charts, because then you can place all your charts here. Obviously, if you're, you probably already know this, but if you're clicked on a chart and then you go to print preview, then it shows the whole chart actually displayed in one area. So let's just see whether I can cut this chart and then go to my charts worksheet here and paste it over here. So what I meant was, if I look at print preview now for this particular one, so if I went to look at print preview for the chart, it would show the chart like that. However, if I just close print preview sorry about this, let's get the ribbon up so I can actually see the close print preview. So if I close print preview, if you're actually clicked on the chart, so as I am here now, and then you look at print preview, then what happens is that particular chart should actually take up most of the area. Well, in theory it should just automatically adjust to the page that you've got. Yeah, so like that. So that's if you're clicked on the chart. So you could put all your charts on one sheet and then have them displayed in this particular way. And again, you're looking for a distinction, you're looking for an appropriate chart, so no 3D graphics and things like that. Okay, so that's one of the charts done. Let's just see if I can whiz through the other ones. So a different type of chart to show the proportion of the amount taken that came from each range in year one. So those are the pounds that have been taken. So it's talking about proportion. So obviously, because you're distinction candidates, you already know that if you're trying to show proportionality, then you would do that using a pie chart. So let's see whether we can do that very quickly. So let's go back to my summary table. Whoops, wrong summary table, this one. Summary here. And so what we're doing, if I just minimize this for now. So what we're doing is you're showing the range here. So remember, this time I'm just highlighting this bit, not a rectangle around the whole thing. And then we want the amount taken, which is this bit here. So what I need to do is, as I've highlighted these, so I'll just do that again, highlighted these, I now hold down the control key on my keyboard, and I now highlight the amount I've taken in 2008. Okay, so that means I've got two disjointed columns highlighted, as it were. So they're not right next to each other, is basically what I'm trying to say. So let's just insert and get a pie chart up and choose a pie chart. So there's a nice looking pie chart, and again, if you cut that and paste it into the other area and then format it so you can add chart title. So remember, to do the formatting chart title, you can add a chart title, etc. And the other thing you can do with these is you can click on individual data points and change the color of those. Okay, so let's have a look at the last chart that we're going to do. Okay, for the last chart that you have to do is you're showing the sales in each range and how they've changed from year 1 to 3. And again, it should be very clear how we see that. So this is a chart over time, and if you're doing any kind of graph over time, then it's a line graph. It's really obvious. I mean, it says it up there basically. So let's just see how we do that. Let me just minimize the ribbon, and so I'll just show you how to put it together. So we're highlighting all of these because these are the figures that we need, and then I'm just going to insert a line graph, one of these. And so we don't actually want that to say series 1, because that's actually a totally inappropriate chart, because it doesn't actually show me time going along the bottom and the amounts going along the top there, and this is all wrong. So I'm going to leave that to another video, because this video has managed to get extremely long, and I don't really want that. So next video for the final chart.